This is Bergstrom's State Line Quiz Bowl. Now from the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Welcome. We are glad you are here as we begin our Elite Eight round on the Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. Also, welcome to April. Can't believe it is already the first weekend of April. Last week you saw Winnebago earn our final Elite Eight spot. It was a pretty exciting game. They put up some serious points. Now we are working towards the Final Four, and one of these two teams will get there. First, let's have a round of applause for the Auburn Knights. The Knights beat Stockton. They put up a season-high 480 points, led by Alex, who buzzed in 13 times. Congratulations, Alex. That is pretty impressive. Sinesio is their captain. Introduce us to your starting lineup, Sinesio.
To my far right, we have Brielle. To my near right is Alex. And to my near left is Ashley.
Welcome and good luck to the Auburn Knights. Let's now say hello to the Marengo Indians. Marengo made it to the Elite Eight. They got past Pearl City, 230 to 130. That is a pretty solid, not only score, but also a pretty good gap there, Mike. You have to still be proud of that. Mike is their captain. Introduce us to your starting lineup.
Alrighty. On my left, we have John. On my right, nope, that's backwards. On my right, we have John. On my left, we have Leo. And on my far left, we have Omar.
The questions only get tougher from here, Mike. They really do. Welcome and good luck to the Marengo Indians. Shall we start playing? It is the buzz-in round. That's how we begin every game, so grab your buzzers. The two most important rules: wait for me to call your name, say your answer loudly and clearly. Here we go with our first question this week. Good luck, teams. What show in which Hannah Waddington plays Rebecca, the owner of AFC Richmond, stars Jason Sudeikis as a football coach hired to lead a soccer club? Brielle.
Ted Lasso.
Don't you fret, Boba Fett. You got those 10 points. That's how you start the game. Nice job, Brielle. You tell I'm a fan of the show. I'm also a fan of giving away points. New question. What NBA team, whose home arena is the Footprint Center, lost the 2021 finals to the Milwaukee Bucks? Leo.
Phoenix Suns.
Say that again, Leo.
Phoenix Suns.
That's correct. Also led by Devin Booker, based in Arizona. Marengo's on the board. What meeting in upstate New York, whose only black attendee was Alex?
Seneca Falls.
Yes. Frederick Douglass produced the 1848 Declaration of Sentiments about women's rights. What law, with improved versions such as the Redlich-Kwong equation that include intermolecular attractions, is an equation of state saying PV equals, Alex?
Ideal gas law.
Yes, PV equals nRT. You were waiting for that PV clue, I could tell. Nice job. What largest moon of Neptune is also the largest moon in the solar system with a retrograde orbit? Sinesio.
Triton.
That is correct. Retrograde means Triton orbits in the opposite direction Neptune does. In 2020, what MLB team was implicated in a sign-stealing scandal? Leo.
Astros.
Leo, say it again.
Astros.
That is correct, as players banged on a trash can to indicate which pitches were coming. In The Crucible, what character says the final line? He has his goodness. John.
Mrs. Proctor.
Yes, we'll take that. Elizabeth Proctor or Goody Proctor, that would have been good as well. Those are your points. Nice work. What country, where many dissidents have ignored the government's 2016 peace treaty with the FARC, is the largest, Alex?
Colombia.
Yes, largest producer of cocaine in South America. The shootdown of Gary Power's U-2 plane over the Soviet Union in 1960 damaged relations between Dwight Eisenhower and what? Alex.
Khrushchev.
Yes, that was the Soviet leader we needed, and that was the ask was at the very end of that question. Nice job with your patience. It paid off. What city, which merged with Aker in the 1940s, was once known as Christiania, annually presents the Nobel Peace Prize, and is the capital of Norway? Alex.
Oslo.
Yes, the other Nobel Prizes are actually awarded in Stockholm. A green wire indicates it is being used for what practice of connecting electrical equipment to the earth or, Mike?
Grounding.
Yes, or some conductor. What form of precipitation typically forms alternating rings of white and clear ice, forms in warm weather thunderstorms, and can be golf ball sized? Brielle.
Hail.
That is correct. That question brought to you by Chief Meteorologist Candace King. A Friedrich Klinger play had what German title, often translated as Storm and Stress, which was also, Sinesio.
Sturm und Drang.
Yes, Also the name of an early romantic literary movement. What artist who depicted the dead and dying thrown overboard in The Slave Ship? Alex.
Turner?
Yes, you got that one correct. And even without the most obvious clue at the end there, showed a train crossing a whaleway bridge in rain, steam, and speed. What ancient Greek practice of voting to banish a citizen, Alex?
Ostracism?
Yes, banning a citizen for 10 years has a name that survives as a synonym for exile. What character who throws hot applesauce into the face of his rival Edgar Linton? Senecio.
Heathcliff.
Yes, loves Catherine Earnshaw and Emily Bronte's novel Wuthering Heights. What answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything, Alex?
42.
Yes, and that could almost be a safe answer for every question here. Maybe we should accept those. 42 is correct. That's from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and that's how we end the round. So it was relatively close there. Auburn started to pull away a little bit at the end of the round, but we've got lots of game to play. 1 round in, 3 to go. The next one is volleyball, and it's right after this break. Welcome back to Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. 1 round in today, Auburn against Marengo. Auburn's on top, 130-40. A lot of game to play still. Volleyball is next, but before we get to that, a very special thank you to Jed Trias. Jed is the Director of Design at Larson & Darby here in Rockford. But his big claim to fame is you may have seen Jed this past Thanksgiving on Jeopardy! He was a contestant on the show. If you want to talk about that game, I'm sure he'll be happy to tell you about it. But we are just excited that he is here and giving his trivia expertise to us for the day. So, Jed, thanks for being here. We appreciate your help. All right, we're now moving on to volleyball contestants. So you can work as a team during this round, but all the answers have to come from the captains. And because of the flip, Marengo, you're getting the first question. Mike, are you ready?
Probably.
Here it comes. Ooh, probably. That was not very convincing, but we'll see. Maybe you're just underselling it. It's a game. You're playing head games, right? I like your strategy. Here's your first one. What set of 4 Hindu scriptures includes volumes whose names include Sama and Atharva? Those are the Vedas. Auburn, here's your first question of the round. What integer, which is the kissing number for equal-sized circles in a plane, is the smallest perfect number and the third triangular number?
6.
Okay. 6.
Yes, that's right. The kissing number is actually the maximum number of circles that can simultaneously touch each other in another, or touch another circle. First points of the round, we're back over to Marengo. What philosopher argued the mind is a tabula rasa at birth in his book, An Essay Concerning Human Understanding? Tabula rasa is the hypothetical blank slate from John Locke. Over to Auburn now. What sitcom that depicted a dance called The Carlton centered on a teen who moved from Philadelphia to an LA mansion and was played by Will Smith?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You got it. That's right. The reboot is actually streaming on Peacock right now. Back to Marengo. The actual malice standard of libel was established in a landmark 1964 Supreme Court case involving L.B. Sullivan and what newspaper?
New York Times.
Yes, that's a very good guess. Even if you're not sure, pick the New York Times. Is actually a unanimous Supreme Court decision protecting freedom of the press. Back over to Auburn. What music company, which had a September 2021 IPO, is one of the big 3 record labels with Sony and Warner and shares its name with a film studio?
Is it like Columbia or Paramount?
Maybe Columbia.
Columbia?
Columbia.
Incorrect. It also shares its name with theme parks, Universal, or we'd have taken UMG. Back to Marengo. What 10-letter term describes acids that can donate more than 1 proton per molecule in solution?
Polyprotic.
Yes. You knew that one relatively quickly, too. Nice work. We're back over to Auburn now. What country, which was formerly ruled by the Islamic Courts Union, is separated from Yemen by the Gulf of Aden and is governed from Mogadishu?
Somalia.
Yeah. Somalia.
Yes, that was another quick one for you. Also the setting for the book and movie Black Hawk Down. Back to Marengo. A French term meaning hobby horse inspired the name of what art movement whose practitioners, such as Marcel Duchamp, embraced irrationality?
Fauvism.
Incorrect. That was close. The Dada movement, or we would have taken Dadaism. Back to Auburn. What explorer who received a ransom room full of gold after winning at Cajamarca and capturing Atahualpa was a conquistador who conquered the Inca?
Pizarro.
Yes. He paved the way for Spain to actually colonize Peru in the early 1500s, and that's how we end the round with those points for Auburn. Auburn's still in the lead, 170-60, halfway through our game. But our next round, the NECA IBEW Lightning Round, we kind of call it the Great Equalizer because there's a lot of points on the line. That round will happen right after this break. But first, a chance for you to play at home with the Bergstrom bonus question.
Which Supreme Court justice became the first woman to preside over the court when she sat in for Chief Justice William Rehnquist?
Our halftime show here at Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl consists of pizza and pasta. We don't get to eat it here, but this is for future pizza and pasta. That's what's on the line in our Bergstrom bonus question. If you're watching at home, you already saw the question. Contestants, you have not. So, hands on your buzzers. Let me know if you know the answer to this. You'll get a pizza party from Lino's of Rockford. In April 1995, which Supreme Court justice became the first woman to preside over the court when she sat in, Sam?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Incorrect. I will finish for Auburn when she sat in for Chief Justice William Rehnquist. Massimo.
Scalia.
Incorrect. Sandra Day O'Connor was that first woman to preside. Justice O'Connor was actually confirmed by the Senate in September 1981. Her 99-0 vote is still the most for any Supreme Court justice. No pizza and pasta, but more points coming up next in our NECA IBEW Lightning Round. We'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. No pizza or pasta handed out this week because we didn't get a correct Bergstrom bonus question answer, but our contestants are more hungry for points. And that's good because there are a lot of them available in our NECA IBEW Lightning Round. That is what we're into right now. Auburn's on top 170-60. Auburn also gets first choice this week in Lightning. Sinesio, the categories are food namesakes, Texas history, or Jimmy's.
Either food namesakes or Texas history. Which one are you guys more comfortable with?
I guess Texas history.
Okay, Texas history.
Texas history without a lot of enthusiasm. We'll see if that was justified. Answer the following about Texas history. So the title of the category was pretty descriptive. You'll have 60 seconds. Remember, you can pass. And then Mike, you and the team will have 30 seconds to get to whatever they don't answer correctly or what they don't pass on or don't get to at all. Sinesio, are you ready for the first one? Here it comes. Answer the following about Texas history. Father of Texas, who names Texas as capital?
Austin.
Correct. President assassinated in Dallas by Lee Harvey Oswald?
Yeah.
JFK.
Correct. San Antonio mission, where Davy Crockett died in 1836?
Alamo.
Correct. Mexican general who ordered the siege on that mission?
Santa Ana.
Correct. Holiday commemorating when enslaved people in Texas received their freedom?
Juneteenth.
Correct. Substance discovered at Spindletop in 1901, leading to an economic boom?
Maybe silver. Okay, oil.
Correct. Port City, destroyed by a 1900 hurricane?
Galveston.
Correct. Houston-based energy company that filed for bankruptcy in 2001?
Pass.
President who annexed Texas after succeeding John Tyler?
Polk.
Correct. City where David Koresh and the Branch Davidian cult established a compound?
Waco.
Correct. Houston-based energy company that filed for bankruptcy in 2001?
Any energy company?
And that's our timer. So you very nearly ran the category. We haven't had anyone do that yet this season. You got all of them but one, so you have 30 seconds, Mike, for this. It'll add 10 to your score. If you get it, take all 30 if you want, or just answer quickly and we can move on. It's all up to you. But you have those 30 if you need them. Here it comes. Answer the following about Texas history. Houston-based energy company that filed for bankruptcy in 2001?
BP.
Incorrect. That was a good guess. Enron. That was that company. Big controversy about them. So one time through the category, that was relatively quickly. Now Auburn is up to 260. But, Marengo, there are 100 points again in the next category if you run it. The two that are left are food, namesakes, or Jimmy's.
We'll do food namesakes.
You got it. These category names they could go different directions sometimes. They're relatively purposely vague. food namesakes is identify these food and drinks named after people. So I will describe the food or drink, and you will name the person. 60 seconds for the category. It's on the clock, and then Sinesio will have 30 for what they don't get to. Remember, I need to hear the answer from the captains. Mike, are you ready?
Yes.
Here it comes. Identify these food and drinks named after people. Salad with romaine lettuce and croutons.
Caesar.
Correct. Tea named for a noble British prime minister.
Lipton.
Incorrect. Peach dessert named for a soprano.
Pass.
Half iced tea, half lemonade drink.
Arnold Palmer.
Correct. Chicken dish named for a Qing dynasty military leader.
General So.
Correct. Pizza with tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil.
Margarita.
Correct. Tortilla chips covered in melted cheese.
Nachos.
Correct. Non-alcoholic cocktail named for a 30s child star.
Shirley Temple.
Correct. Meringue dessert named for a Russian ballerina.
Pass.
Green-colored oyster dish named after a rich magnate.
Rockefeller.
Correct. Peach dessert named for a soprano.
Mariella.
That's your timer. That was pretty solid. There's only 3 unanswered. You added 70 to your score. Nice work. So, Sinesio, you'll have 30 seconds for these last 3. If you've been paying attention, you may be able to get through them quickly. Here we go. Identify these food and drinks named for people. Tea named for noble British prime minister.
Earl Grey.
That's correct. Peach dessert named for a soprano.
Cobbler.
Incorrect. Meringue dessert named for a Russian ballerina.
Pavlova.
That is correct, and there's nothing to go back to. 20 more points onto your score. The only one no one got was that peach dessert is named for Australian Nellie Melba. That's Peach Melba. Solid lightning round for both of our teams, and both have pretty solid scores, 280 to 130. We'll come back and finish this up with our Mercy Health final challenge. After an impressive lightning round from both of our teams, this is where we sit. Auburn has 280, Marengo has 130. So we enter our Mercy Health final challenge with those scores. Hands on your buzzers, contestants. Remember, the most important rules, wait for me to call your name and say your answer loudly and clearly. Here we go. Good luck. What conservative prime minister of Jewish heritage led the... Alex.
Disraeli.
Yes, led the British acquisition of an interest in the Suez Canal in the late 19th century. What person who described being medicated with lithium in a June 2021 statement criticizing her conservatorship is a pop star, Leo?
Britney Spears.
That is correct, who sang Toxic. Oops, you did it again and earned 20 points. Sorry, I couldn't resist. In 2021, Philip Davis became prime minister of what country where he now governs from Nassau? Mike.
Bahamas.
Yes, you got it right before the buzzer. 2 in a row for Marengo. What French king who once employed Jacques Necker as a finance minister? Leo.
16th.
Incorrect. I will finish for Auburn. Tried to flee to Varennes in 1791 before his execution by guillotine. Luis.
Louis the 16th.
It was Louis the 16th. Those are Auburn's points. What author created air-headed English gentleman Bertie Wooster, who is helped out of difficulties by a resourceful servant, Kobe?
Wodehouse.
Yes, named Jeeves. He wrote those Jeeves series. You get that one correct. What ethnic group of Louisiana is descended, Sinesio?
Creole.
Incorrect. I will finish for Marengo. Is descended from the French-speaking population expelled from Canada's Acadia region. Mike.
Cajun.
Yes, Cajun is what we needed there. You got those points. What magazine that first published James Thurber's The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? Kobe.
New Yorker.
Yes, has a monocled mascot and is named after its city of publication. What fat-soluble vitamin, whose forms include cholecalciferol, regulates calcium homeostasis and is produced when the skin is exposed? Mike.
D.
Yes, exposed to sunlight. That was the easy clue there. You got that. That helped a lot, and those are your 20 points. In a flame test, sodium produces what color that names the turbans worn in a rebellion? Alex.
Yellow.
Yes, against China's Han Dynasty, whose shades include canary. What 20th century American author of lighthearted poems wrote Line Up for Yesterday, which alphabetically describes baseball stars? Leo.
Kerouac.
Incorrect. Auburn, you could take these 20 points. Kobe.
Cummings.
Incorrect. Nash. No points for either team. What architect incorporated black granite walls into her designs? Alex?
Myelin.
Yes, for the Civil Rights Memorial and Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Scientists with what last name discovered piezoelectricity? Shared a Nobel with Henri Becquerel for Senesio.
Curie.
Yes, and discovered radium. Marie and Pierre, and that last long buzzer means time is up. Thanks to Alex's 11 correct buzz-in questions, think beat your own record, right, Alex? Nice work. Well, also almost. You had 13 last game, 420 points for Auburn. Congratulations. You are moving on. Marengo, that is a very solid score. Not too many teams make it to 200 and end up in second place for the day. So you should be very proud of yourselves. We are sorry to see you go. This is the hardest part of the game, always for us. How many of you are seniors? It's our senior send-off time. All right, so Leo and Jessica, you're coming back as the core of the team next season. Promise? That's good. I can see it in your eyes, Jessica. You will be back. Very good. And Auburn, again, congratulations. You face the winner of next week's game, Pecatonica versus Belvedere. Hope you can join us for that one. We'll see you then.